Hi everyone and welcome. It's Lauren here from Acting Classes in Perth. Can you believe it's episode number 40 already? So excited, and a huge thank you to everyone who's been watching us on this journey. We absolutely love it. We're going to keep these episodes coming. We're going to work towards our 50, our 60, right up to our 100 and beyond. Thank you so much. We've absolutely loved all the feedback and thoughts, ideas, and love you've sent through to us, both by leaving comments and then also through email and private messenger to me, and also through to Acting Classes in Perth. This is, like I said, episode number 40, and of course you are watching the Acting Classes in Perth, a daily show. The show where I sit down at 7 p.m. every single day and answer your acting-related questions. Now, if you're watching this, it's most likely you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, or you could be watching us or listening to us in the future. Now, today's episode features a question that comes in from Jasmine. But before we get to Jasmine's question, let's roll the intro. Alrighty, so today's question comes into us from Jasmine, but before we get to that question, if you are watching right now, give us a big thumbs up. I would love to know that you are watching us. If you're out there, please leave a comment or add a question in. If a question maybe you want answered on the show in the future, or if you don't know what to say, just say hello to me, give me a shout out, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to Jasmine's question for today.
My question is there enough work in Perth to be a full-time actor?
Jasmine, thank you so much for sending in that excellent question. Now, look, the reality is that most actors in Perth are not working full-time in their acting careers in terms of paid acting work. However, I do know so many actors that are, okay? So what I tend to do is look at what are the differences between the actors who are not working full-time and getting paid full-time for acting versus those who are. And what I tend to see is that a lot of it comes down to the tenacity, number one. Number two is the actors who are doing most of their, if not all of their income from acting, they tend to be thinking quite outside of the square, right? And I have a saying, most of you, if you've been with us in a class, you know this. You are going to spend the rest of your life inside of a box once you pass away. So please do not live your life inside that box. I think it's so important that you do develop the skills of thinking outside the square, thinking, okay, so maybe there's not enough television work or commercial work or, film work where I'm going to be paid, right? And you could be doing a ton of student film, a ton of independent film throughout the year in Perth. Of course you could, but most of that is probably for building your career, and you're not going to get paid, right? So that's okay. You're working towards that. But what are the other opportunities outside of that? There is corporate gigs. There is a lot of training corporate stuff as well in terms of role play. Things like Fremantle prison work. So tours at night where they need actors to come out and go do the tours, but then also play the convicts and play the prisoners who were in the prison. I know that a couple of the different councils over summertime have walked kind of guided tours of areas of their wetlands or parklands, and so they have actors, doing the tours, but then also acting out little scenes about what's happened over history at that point. And I think there are that plus a whole lot more, right? Your job is to think outside the square. That is important. And then also maybe try to leverage your employment in a way that enables you to be more free to do that, because what I do see is whilst the actors who are working full-time or for the vast majority of their income coming from acting, they're not getting that from one or two jobs, right? So for the most part, they're smaller jobs. Some of them are very casual, but some of them are quite regular, but they may only be, say, 4 or 8 hours a week spread over 2 nights, right? So they've got a lot of these smaller jobs. Your job as an actor, and I guess just more importantly in your life is to find the solution to the problems that present themselves to you. And at the end of the day, there are so many opportunities out there waiting for you. And then the second part of that is you have to be proactive in creating your own opportunities as well. Jasmine, I wish you all the best. Please let me know how you go, or if you have any more questions around this topic. I love it. If you loved it too, please, right now, click the share button, help out your fellow actor. And if you are watching us on Facebook, be sure to like and follow our page. If you're watching us now on YouTube, simply click subscribe and then be sure to hit the notifications bell right next to it. And that way you will be kept up to date with everything we have coming out. If you're listening to us right now on iTunes, simply click subscribe and we will keep you connected as well. Now, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to see you again tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another awesome question answered by me. I'm Lauren Johnson. This is Acting Classes in Perth. You are watching The Daily Show. Until I see you again soon, stay safe and like always, happy acting.